Let's talk about emotional triggers that come and attack you after infidelity. After you have decided that you and your partner, the betrayer, are going to make this marriage work, and you feel like you've forgiven and you're doing everything that you feel like you needed to do, but these triggers just keep popping up and attacking you like little demons at random times, random places, and they're driving you bananas because every time they come with all the emotion, all the pain, all the memories. And oftentimes they have you hurtling backwards on your healing journey, making you wonder whether you're ever going to be able to get over this. Hey, my name's Coach Adaeze. I am a marriage success coach and affair recovery specialist. I'm not here just because I've read this in a book. I've literally lived this. You will hear this in how I speak with such passion because I know firsthand that you are able to radically transform your marriage, rebuild the trust, restore intimacy, and create the marriage you've always desired, even after an affair. Not only because my clients get that result, but because I've lived that result. Now, I remember that it always seemed to be when things were going fine, maybe we were having a laugh, or we were chilling, watching TV, or we were out walking, holding hands, that something small, it might be a color, it might be the name of the street, it might be a scene in a movie, it might even be the way that he laughed, that suddenly it would trigger me. It would be something that would remind me of this huge devastation that had happened. And my mind would work overtime and connect the dots like, oh, that's street Asda, and you used to meet at Asda. Oh, that's a yellow door, and there was a picture of her and you, and she was wearing yellow. Like, it could be the most ridiculous thing that would just bring it up into my memory. Now, it's not just the memory that would come up, it would be the memory plus all the questions, all the anger, all the disappointment, all the bitterness would just woof overtake me. And suddenly, my first thing would be to turn to him and just attack. Why? You did, but remember, and how could you? As if we'd not been on this journey of healing together and, being all loved up. And I'm sharing that with you so that you know that you're not crazy. Like, this is so typical. This is pretty much what is to be expected on your journey. In fact, it's a very specific phase of your healing journey. Now, what I don't want you to do is accept it as a phase and think, well, this is it, I'm just going to stay here. No, what I want you to consider is that although this is a phase, it's definitely one that you do not have to stay in. You don't. You will get past this phase. You will get to the place where this thing doesn't even come up. Even if the memory does come up, there's no emotional connection anymore. That's where I am. That's where I got to. But there were some lessons that I had to learn along the way. And that's what I want to share with you today. The first thing that I want you to accept is that the trigger is just the memory. It's not the moment. It's just the memory. It's not the moment. It's not happening now. It's just something your brain has anchored onto, brought up, and it's come with all the emotions. But it is just that. It's just the memory. And in the present moment, you get to choose how real you make that memory, or whether you are going to say, actually, I can see you for what you are, and I'm not going to accept this as fact. Now, close your eyes for a moment and say after me, I am not my thoughts. I am above my thoughts. I am not my thoughts. I am above my thoughts. I am in control, not out of control. I am in control, not out of control. The reason that I want you to say that, own it, embrace it, is because your brain has one job, and it's not to be peaceful or to create peace for you. Its job is survival, right? Keeping you safe, keeping you in the similar and the familiar. So for all this time, you've been feeling all these negative emotions, and your partner has been perceived as danger. Your brain is going to be saying, hey, keep these negative emotions because, listen, this person over here is danger and I need you to stay safe. And if we get rid of these emotions, you might get a little bit too comfortable. You might be trying to lean in for connection. and we're afraid. So when these triggers come up and your brain says, woof, remember this, feel that pain, feel the disappointment, what it's really saying is, don't get too close. Stay protected. Keep away from danger. Now, what you need to remember at this point is you are above your thoughts. You are in control. You get to receive all that information in your mind, in your brain, and you get to choose which thoughts you are going to hold on to and which thoughts you are going to eradicate. What are you going to allow to dwell in your mind, and what are you going to kick out? And what will help you is if you ask yourself this question: is this feeling, are these thoughts that I'm having my intuition, or are they fears appearing like facts? Are they just my fears that feel very, very real? And you need to give yourself a moment to do that. And so before you react to a trigger, I want you to practice pausing. Stop, breathe, and think. That thinking part is you analyzing your own thoughts. Remember, you are higher than your thoughts. So you can question the ones that have come in. Now, as you keep practicing this, seeing something that triggered you, the thoughts come in, the thoughts lead to the emotions, but you capture those thoughts as quickly as you can. And before you react with the questions and the attacking and the accusations and all of that, you just stop. You just breathe and you think, is this truly my intuition warning me of something? Or is it just my fears? Is it just my brain keeping me safe? Now, the more that you practice this, the more that you're telling your brain and your body, it's okay. It's all right. I want to feel more safe here. So what happens then is these triggers start happening less and less and less. However, if you allow them to just take control of you, what happens is your mind, even when nothing's happening, even when nothing's going on, your mind will actively look for something to trigger you. And you will seek and you will find it. It will actively look for it. You have to retrain your brain. You've got to retrain your body, right? By questioning it, choosing your thoughts, and knowing that it is just a memory. It's not the moment. It's just a memory. It's not the moment. It's not the present. It's a past thing. Right? And if your desire is to lean into this marriage, to create something that is better and stronger than before the affair, then allowing the memories to push you away isn't going to work. What we want to do is to find a way to lean closer in. And so that leads me to the next thing that I want you to practice, and that is healing together. If you've watched a number of my videos, you would have heard me talk about this before. Healing together. Nobody expects you to be in a corner, rocking by yourself, dealing with all these emotions by yourself, and then allowing them to cause conflict, because your natural reaction is to attack and to blame and to point fingers and to bring it all up again. What I want you to do is use these triggers as they come as an opportunity to connect. So this is where you're going to turn to your partner and express how you feel. Tell them what you're going through. Tell them how it feels, and tell them what you need. What am I going through? How does it feel? What I need. So I used to wake up in the middle of the night and I would have had a nightmare of my partner with somebody else. And when I wasn't practicing this emotional control, I would literally turn to him and go crazy on him on the back of a dream. Right? I'm laughing now, but at the time it was so devastating. It really hurt, and I didn't know what else to do. What I want you to do, which is going to get you way further ahead on your healing journey and building this new marriage, is turning to your partner and saying, hey, this is what I've just experienced, right? This is the trigger that's come up for me. This is how it's making me feel. I feel afraid. I feel so insecure, right? I feel a bit sick in my stomach. The memory hurts me so much. And then you're going to say what you need. I could do with a hug right now, or would you mind if I just have a bit of space? Or Do you mind if we just talk? I just need some reassurance from you. So what happens is your partner comes closer in, right? They get the opportunity to lean in towards you. You guys get the opportunity to bond and support each other on the journey, as opposed to attacking and pushing away. That's how couples end up with a marriage stronger after the affair than before. They use their triggers to help them heal together and therefore form a stronger bond, as opposed to using the triggers to cause complete disconnections. So it's like we come close and then we disconnect. We come close and we disconnect. Now, again, you are not abnormal. You are not weak. You are not crazy if this is happening to you. It is absolutely textbook normal. You're just being human. And nobody's asking you to be superhuman, never have these triggers, never feel the emotions, push them away when they come, and just be, skipping in fields of daisies of happiness because you've forgiven and you're moving forward. No, these triggers are going to come. And all I'm asking you to do is use these strategies to deal with them and manage them and eventually soothe them away. So we're starting with recognizing that, number one, this is absolutely a normal part of your healing journey. Healing is not linear. It goes a bit like this. So this is just a phase. Number two, it's accepting that it's a phase, but knowing within you that I'm not prepared to stay like this for the rest of my marriage, because I'm building a marriage where we are open, free, and deeply connected again. Number three, it's recognizing that these triggers are just memories. They're not the moment. They're not happening in present tense. Number four, it's knowing that those memories are just thoughts and you are above your thoughts. You are in control. So you get to recognize them, feel them and see them, and then make a decision as to what you're going to do. What is going to stay and what is going to go. And you're going to do that based on stopping, breathing, and thinking, so that you can feel into it, think into it, and decipher, is this truly an intuition, or is it just my fear appearing as fact? And the last thing is that you're going to use your triggers as an opportunity to draw closer, or for your partner to lean in and support you in this time, not push them away. And therefore, building this tighter bond, a tighter bond than you guys have ever had. I know that sounds like a lot. I know it may feel impossible at the moment, but you are absolutely able to do this. Even if not for your marriage, but for yourself. Now, if you want support on your healing journey, or you want to get to that point where you can build a marriage with your partner that is stronger than before the affair, I want you to reach out to me. Let's talk about how my Affair Recovery Program can help you. And we start nice and easy with a free consultation call. Use the link in my bio to book that. And if you've got any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.